Good morning, students. How are you doing? How's everyone at home? Hope you guys are keeping safe. Remember, it is necessary for you to keep yourself safe. Okay. All right. This is going to be a continuity of the last class, that's government SS1 for week 3 and 4. The video that I did, but this video will be for week 4. And the last video we treated delegated legislation. I hope you guys have gone through the video and actually understood everything explained there. Okay. Now we're going to move to week 4 video, which we are to treat citizenship, and how to become a citizen, who's a citizen, and many more like that. But first, let's look at our learning objective. That is what we are expected to learn at the end of the lesson. Okay, the first one there is saying that who is a citizen. That is, you should be able to define who a citizen is. Number two, explain ways of acquiring citizenship. That is, in an environment, how can you acquire citizenship? Then the third one there, you should be able to highlight the qualification for citizenship. Let's now go into the matter of the day. Who is a citizen? A citizen is defined as a legal member of a state with full constitutional or legal rights in the country in which he or she resides. He enjoys certain rights and privileges and holds certain responsibility and obligation to the state. That is, a citizen is someone who has legal rights, or who is a legal member of a particular state, country or state with the full constitutional rights in such particular states. And you can simply put that a citizen is someone who is a legal member of a particular state, or a citizen is a person who has privileges and privileges in a particular state at a particular as a result of being a member of such states. So you can use whichever. We have several definitions, so that's why I had to bring this simplest one for you. That a citizen is defined as a legal member of a state with full constitutional or legal rights in a country in which he or she resides. And you can also say that a citizen is a person who has privileges and legal rights in a particular country. And such person enjoy all these privileges and owes what they call right now, owes allegiance, or allegiance even as responsibilities and obligation to such states. Okay, what are the ways of acquiring citizenship? We have several ways which one can acquire citizenship in a particular state which someone resides. Number one, by birth. A person is a citizen by birth if either of his parents or mother or father is a citizen of such country. That is, let's assume that my dad, or either my dad or my mom, is a citizen of America. That tells me that I'm a citizen of America. And if peradventure my mother happens to be a citizen of Nigeria, I'm a citizen of Nigeria, and I'm also a citizen of America by birth, because my parents are from whichever country which they are from. I'm also a citizen of such country. Okay, I hope you actually understand that. Citizen by birth means that a person, when a person's parents, either father or mother, reside in a particular country, or is citizen of a particular country, such child is also a citizen of those country which the parents are from. Two, we have citizen by naturalization. That is, somebody can become a citizen of a country where he lives through naturalization, and this is possible if he can satisfy the constitutional requirement for naturalization. This is kind of like a way of registry of being a member of that particular country. There is a long requirement of you if you want to become a citizen by naturalization. That is, okay, we have some process which you've done in SS in first term, but I'm going to try to run over it again. Number one, depending on the country, but I think the least you must have resided in such country for at least 15 good years. You must have resided in such country for 15 years, and you must be of good character. If you have good character, if you have crime record, such person can never be made a citizen, cannot never be given a passport to be a citizen of such country. And you must, there are some other requirements. I'm going to this topic goes on and on, so I'm going to be explaining those processes one after the other when we get there. Then another way of acquiring citizenship is by marriage registration. If a woman is married to a person of another nationality, she can acquire the citizenship of the husband's country through registration. For example, let's say a Nigerian woman married to a British, or a British woman married to a Nigerian. So that woman can actually acquire citizenship of the husband country. Let's follow this example here. Let's say a Nigerian woman married a British man. So that woman, Nigerian woman, can acquire citizenship in the British country. Or let's reverse it. A British woman getting married to a Nigerian, such woman can acquire citizenship from citizenship in Nigeria through registration. Okay, we also have another type of ways of acquiring citizenship, which is dual citizenship. It is legitimately possible for a person to hold citizenship of two countries. For example, a child born to Nigerian parents living in America becomes a US citizen, and the baby is also a Nigerian because the parents are Nigerian. So, like you can see, it's a very good example whereby, let's say, me and my wife happen to, we are Nigerians and we live abroad, and we are citizen in, let's say, for example, US. And as we now have to give birth there, that child is a citizen of Nigeria, so it's citizen of a US citizen. So that is what we refer to as dual citizenship. That's how to acquire that. Then the last one there is honorary citizenship. This is being given to an individual who um, who who is from another country, and this is being made possible if the individual has distinguished himself or herself in a particular area. That is, that person is a special person, contributed a lot of quota to the community, that particular community development, maybe establishing business, or grooming some set of people. That person must have contributed to the wealth or the growth of such country before such honor can be given unto such person. Like now, we have somebody like Nelson Mandela, happen to be honorary citizen of Nigeria, and even US, some other countries like that. So it happens. Some key people like that, some nationalists who have devoted their life in the struggle, such person, has contributed a big quota to the life of a lot of people, such that you can be given honorary citizenship. Okay, moving on from there, we'll go to qualifications for citizenship. That is, what are the necessary things that you need to be qualified to be a citizen. This is a process of that is, or should I say, process of or requirement of citizenship by naturalization. That is, if you want to be a citizen of a country by naturalization, these are the necessary things you need to have. And I told you that when I was explaining that it has a long requirement. So these are qualifications or conditions an individual has to satisfy before he could become a citizen of another country. However, conditions are not the same in the countries. That is, it differs. The countries differ from each other. So as a result of that, the requirements differ from one another. So we have some of the qualifications as follows. The first was statutory age, in the sense that an alien means somebody who's not a member or a citizen of a particular country, can become a citizen of another country if he has attained the requirement age as stipulated by the law of the country. And in some countries, they put age 21, from 21 and above, and some 18 from above, but it's always a maturable age. So some countries will have to put a tag of particular age that that person must be of so age to so age, or from so age and above. Another condition is that the person must be of good character, which means such alien or such person must possess good character. That is, it must have been affirmed by the community member where he or she resides that such person has a very good character. Another one is residence. The individual must have lived in the country for a specified number of years. You know, that also depends on the part that particular country such person resides. So some countries maybe from 15 years and above, some 10, some 20, some, you know, or it depends on the country's constitution based, because this actually, you can actually see this you can actually see this in the constitution. Okay, for example, in Nigeria, the individual must have lived for a continuous period of 15 years. That is, such person must have been in Nigeria for the past 15 years without traveling out of the country. So, so likewise, in some other countries like I think England, that's Britain. I think it's also the same thing. 15 years must have lived in Britain for continuous 15 years without traveling abroad. You know, stable in that country, and as a result of that, then you pass that particular stage. Let's go to other ones here. Acceptability. Acceptance of such individual in the local community where he or she resides is very, very important, in the sense that such person will be investigated to know if the person has a good character, is acceptable, and a lot of questions will be asked about those who live in the local community with such person. So that person needs to pass through this stage also before they can move to the next stage, which is that making contributions toward the progress of the country. He or she should be capable of doing this to the progress of the country. Like I told you, person must have contributed a quota into the progress of either the local community or the country at large, maybe by having a company or something, that would they can actually say, yes, this person has contributed to the quota of to the growth of this nation. Then another one is that the willingness to live and stay. If the individual has been granted a citizenship, he has to show the willingness to live and stay in the country, in the sense that you can't be given a citizenship if you are not willing to live and stay in such country, because you'll be asked, are you willing to live and stay in this country? So if your answer is indifference or no, such person requirement will be placed on hold. So as a result of that, such person needs to actually know that or would have concluded if he or she is willing to live and stay in such country for a very long time, then such person can be granted citizenship. Then another stage is that through marriage, an alien can acquire citizenship or can qualify to be a citizen of a country through marriage. You get married in a particular country is a sure guide, or should I say, is a sure link for you to be in this to qualify to be a citizen of a particular country. And all these things we're talking about can be found in this country, like in this constitution. Like for example, Nigeria Constitution, 1999 Constitution, as amended of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If you check Chapter 3 of your constitution, if you don't have, try to download. You see it there. Chapter 3. That is, it talked about the ways of acquiring citizenship by birth, by naturalization. So everything is listed step by step there. If you don't have the physical one, that is the book, like the one I used to show you in class, we don't have that one, then you can download online. The constitution is online. You can download so that you can read this chapter 3 of the Nigerian Constitution to see all the requirements of being a citizen in Nigeria. That is from an alien who wants to be a citizen in Nigeria. So passport is also an instrument of citizenship. That is, after you've gone through all this process, you were given a passport. In some other countries, you have to you after done all the process, be given a passport, and as a result of that, from there you can boldly say a citizen of such country. So this is going to be the end of this video. So go over the video over and over again for better understanding. And don't forget, make sure you read your notes. And so I'm going to see you in the next video where we'll talk about the other parts of citizenship. So in the absence of no other thing, see you next time.